Sean Penn says being unvaccinated is criminal and those people shouldn't leave their homes. How about you kiss my asshole lips? How about that? Telling me I shouldn't leave my house because I didn't want to get the jab. Telling me I should be banished or exiled from society for not taking an experimental vaccine. Yeah, you can f the all the way off with that. Avowed leftist Sean Penn has a strong position when it comes to unvaccinated people and how they should behave. The 62-year-old actor recently made his feelings known while speaking with Extra. When asked by the interviewer how he felt about anti-poke rhetoric, Penn replied, "It's a cowardice of conviction. I think it is an unwillingness to engage in a culture of common sense. That, at this point, it seems criminal to me, actually. That's because you're a mental patient." Right? What are these people still worried about? Okay, he wants to talk about common sense here. I assume you have the jab. I assume you're jabbed. I assume you also have all 18 boosters that come with it every month. So what are you worried about? What are these people still worried about? You're good. You're protected, right? Go on. Just live your life again. What are you still worried about? This is completely ridiculous. He continued, "I really feel that if someone chooses not to be poked, that they should choose to stay home, not go to work, not have a job. As long as we're all paying for these streets, we gotta ride safely on them. And I'm just so hopeful that the mindset will change." This dude is nuts, and I'm so glad this guy does not have any sort of power over other people like this, telling people they shouldn't go to work, they shouldn't have a job. I mean, people have lost their jobs for not getting the jab, which is insane. Losing your livelihood, you can't make money, especially in times like this. Okay, we're going on what, year 3 of this nonsense now. It's completely ridiculous. The lockdowns didn't help anything. Okay, that just made things worse. But I mean, and people like this didn't have to deal with any of that. They're sitting there in their mansions, their millions of dollars, telling everyone else how they should live. You know what? How about you lock yourself in your house? Okay, Sean Penn, you lock yourself in your house, bubble wrap it, bubble wrap everything, bubble wrap yourself if you're that afraid of going out into the real world. Okay? That is just completely ridiculous. These people are fucking mental, man. Penn said leadership seems to be on board but hopes to get everyone on the same page about the jabs. His statements come on the heels of a report which found that the majority of individuals who contracted the virus and died were, uh, jabbed. As the Daily Wire previously reported, an analysis performed by the Washington Post's Health 202 found that 58% of the virus's fatalities in August occurred in instances where the person was jabbed against the coof or had received a booster. This figure has more than doubled since September of last year. We can no longer say this is a pandemic of the unjabbed, since Cynthia Cox, vice president of the Kaiser Family Foundation, told the Post. It is estimated that 80% of the U.S. population was jabbed as of October, and of those, 68% are fully jabbed and 34% received boosters. Now, this whole being fully jabbed, you're never truly fully jabbed because they're always going to keep adding on these boosters, right? I mean, how many are we really up to now? So you could be considered fully jabbed right now, and then a month later, when you need another booster, now you're back, unjabbed with the rest of us, right? I mean, that's how this has been working. You need to get your update. Meanwhile, Penn has advocated for mandatory jabs in the past, likening the shot to getting a driver's license. This is one of those things that should be mandatory. Um, no, no, it shouldn't be mandatory. Getting your driver's license is not mandatory. Okay, that's a privilege. We should not be mandating this at all. This is completely ridiculous. You don't have to get a driver's license to participate in society, to go out places. You don't need to. Okay, but you want to give people an experimental jab. Go fuck yourself. Penn spoke about how vaccine hesitancy was frustrating for him. A resistance that's just based on a certain kind of lack of imagination and understanding of anything that's helpful to the human race. I've become very frustrated by that, but I can only work within my own bounds and say that for me, it should be mandatory. Yeah, well, again, you can go fuck yourself because that is insane. Okay, all of this is insane. Everything you said here was insane. You are a mental patient. Okay, this should not be mandated. Okay, if I don't want to get it, that's on me. I've gone 3 years in this whole thing without it. Have not been sick. Haven't had any of the jabs, the Fauci ouchie, and I'm fine. Okay, so don't go forcing this nonsense on me or other people. If you want to get it, go for it. Not saying you can't. Just leave me out of it. How about that? But yep, that's about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you later.